Hey guys, what is up? It's TheBoyGerald and we're back again with another Assassin's Creed Valhalla video. So in this video we will go over a very overpowered and probably one of the best stun builds in the game. Perfect for when you just want to clear camps, play aggressive and knock down multiple enemies with a couple of hits. But before we are heading into the details, if you haven't already dropped a like, it would be really appreciated as it will really help the channel out. And of course, for more Assassin's Creed Valhalla content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, let's get into this amazing stun build. And as I personally named it, the Stun God build. So again, I did some mixing and matching and decided that I wanted to create a Stun God build with probably the best items in the game. And to be honest, I am having quite a blast with it as it just makes you feel very powerful. I mean, even on the hardest difficulty, you can just run through enemies in the higher leveled areas, making this probably one of the best endgame builds for close quarter combat. So with this build, every fight will just be so much easier, as it will allow you to knock down multiple enemies for a stun finisher, giving you some time to pick them off one by one, as they will remain knocked down for a couple of seconds. This build even is so strong that there is a chance that the stun explosion of Mjolnir will literally knock down Eivor as well. However, I do have to warn you that this really is an endgame build and that you have to go through quite a lengthy process to gather the gear and the weapons that I am currently using, and which you definitely need in order to create this awesome stun build for yourself. But now, how do you make this build for yourself? So in order to create this build for yourself, you will need 4 basic components, being the Thor armor set for the gear, the Hunbeard's bow as the ranged weapon, the Bonebiter two-handed axe, and at last but not least, the hammer of the God of Thunder himself, Mjolnir. So first you want to get the Thor armor set, and getting it will take quite some time as you have to kill the 3 daughters of Lyrian, find the tomb where you can collect the helmet, and at last kill all the members of the Order of the Ancients, including the zealots that are roaming the lands. And you definitely want to get this set, not only for its awesome looks but also for its really good stats and perks. So when equipping 2 pieces of the set, it will increase Eivor's speed when staggering an enemy, which can stack up to 4 times for a duration of 30 seconds. And when equipping the full set, it will provide an additional increase to stun with a bonus of plus 10 points. And this is also what you have to be aiming for, since this will be the focus of the build, increasing the stun. And as the ranged weapon, you want to equip Hunbeard's bow. And again, only for its perks, being that it increases stun when hitting weak points on enemies. And it will actually increase stun for 20 points for a duration of 5 seconds. Also, as you can see, I haven't included some good runes to the bow, but the runes aren't the most important part of the build, as these rune slots can be filled in with runes of your own preference to make it just a bit more a build of your own. But what I would advise you, especially when playing on the harder difficulties, is to throw in some runes that increase either speed, stun, damage or health. And the Hunbeard's bow can only be earned after completing one of the main story quests in the game, as a gift from Elfgar in Lincolnshire. So next up in your offhand, you want to equip the Bonebiter two-handed axe, which can get here at the map in Norway on a small island. And you want to get this for its perk that increases stun after a heavy attack. And the perk actually stacks up to 10 times for a duration of 5 seconds, with a bonus of 2.5 until 25. And again, this offhand weapon you only have to equip, so you don't actually have to use it to activate the perk. And at last you want to equip the OP hammer Mjolnir in the main hand. And you can collect Mjolnir in the north of the map in Norway, but only when you have the entire Thor set equipped. And Mjolnir has some of the most insane perks in the game, being that it has a 33% chance to unleash an electric explosion that deals stun damage to all nearby enemies, and even provides a 100% chance of this to occur when performing a finisher. And again, you can choose the runes for yourself, but as you can see, I chose runes that increase speed and attack. And I did the same thing with the Thor battle plate. So for the abilities and skills, it is entirely up to you which ones you want to choose. But for this build you do need the skill called Heavy Dual Wield, which lets you equip 2 dual wielded weapons in both hands. And as you guessed it, you will need this in order to equip the Bonebiter axe in your offhand. So everything combined, and especially the perks combined, make this a really overpowered god build focusing on the stun effect. The perks work extremely good together, allowing you to just drain the stun bar of enemies. It makes running into a camp or fortress so much easier, as well as the raids. Hitting it off with a couple of heavy attacks to increase the stun effect, and then follow it up with some light attacks with Mjolnir, as it also delivers some electric detonations, will kill entire groups of enemies in no time. And again, especially when playing on the higher difficulties such as hard or very hard, the fact that enemies will be knocked down for a couple of seconds allows for quite a good time window in which you can either heal or take them down without being afraid to get hit. And I would definitely advise you guys to try this build out for yourself, since it is really fun to play with. And furthermore, if you like the content, make sure to leave a like, as it will help the channel out. And make sure to subscribe for more Assassin's Creed Valhalla content. Also, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this build, and for quick updates on game related content, including the content coming to the channel, make sure to follow the channel on Twitter. As always, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.